Hello student. Today I am here with a new topic that is we test on breath. Okay, so we test on breath. So we test on breath is basically made up of four resistors, right? See, this combination is known as we test on breath. This is your resistor. This one is R1, R2, R3 and R4, right? And across these two terminals, one galvanometer is connected, right? So galvanometer is a device which measures current, okay? So here galvanometer is connected, and across these two corner, right, one battery is connected. So see, this one is known as weighted on bridge, okay? So this is your R2, R1, R3 and R4, right? So current will start following in this one, right? So suppose here I1 current is passing in this one and I2 current is passing in this one, right? And here I3 and I4. See here, there will be current in this one also. Suppose that current is IC, right? Next, we are going to discuss balanced condition of the test on bridge, right? What is the balanced condition? In balanced condition, current in IC will be 0, right? So, in balanced condition, there will be no current in the galvanometer, right? So, no current means there will be no deflection of galvanometer, right? Galvanometer is a device which measures current, right? We will study about galvanometer in next chapter. So, but in balanced condition, there is no current in the galvanometer, right? So, we can write in balanced condition. In balanced condition of galvanometer, in balanced condition of we test on this, we test on this. There is no current, in galvanometer, okay? In galvanometer, right? So whereas there is no current in galvanometer, that means IC is equal to 0, right? Okay, now you are able to see that if IC is 0, right, that means I2 is equal to I4, right? So I2 is equal to I4, and similarly your I1 is equal to I3, right? So there is the current which come through this one will go in that direction. There is no current in this one, right? So I1 is equal to I3, right? Now we are going to apply loop rule, okay? Loop rule in this branch, right? And suppose galvanometer is having resistance Rg, right? So if I apply loop rule, suppose this is your A corner, this is your B, C and D, right? So if I am going to apply loop rule in this one, right? So how? So we can write in a loop A, B, B, A. In loop A, B, D, right? In loop A, B, D, A, right? So as I will move from this one to this one, right? We are moving along the direction of current, right? So we will take minus now, right? And that value will come I2, R2, right? we are moving from higher to lower potential, so negative sign will come here. Okay, next this one again we are moving towards the direction of current, again negative sign will come, so we can write here IC RC, right? IC RC, and this one to this one opposite to the direction of current, so we will take positive sign, and that value is how much? R1 into I1 is equal to 0, right? Now loop is completed in according to Kirchhoff's law. Kirchhoff's law, potential drop in a loop will be 0. Algebraic sum of potential drop is 0, right? So this is algebraic sum, and that value is coming 0. Okay. Now you can see here your IC is already 0 because we are considering balance condition of weighted voltage. Okay, right? IC is already 0 now, right? So this term is gone. Okay, so you have only I1 and R1 is equal to I2 R2 if I set this one to other side, right? So final value is coming I1 by I2 is equal to R2 by R1, right? You are able to see that. Suppose this is your equation 1. Similarly, we are able to apply a loop rule in this one also, right? So if I'm going to apply loop rule in that one, so after that I'm writing here. Okay, I know. So we can write here in a loop B C D B B C, okay, yeah, B C D B, this loop, right? Again we are going to find algebraic sum of potential drop, change in potential, right? So this one and this one, right? So we can write like this. So here to here we are moving along the direction of current, right? This to this, so minus sign will come, and that value is how much? I4 R4. And now this to this again, so opposite to the direction of current we will take positive sign. Okay, and that value is I3 R3. And at last this one again we are moving opposite to direction of current, so again plus sign will come, and that value is how much? IG RG, right? And this one is equal to 0, right? Again now you are able to see that this term value of IG is 0 because we are talking about balance condition of weighted voltage, right? So this term is 1, right? So what value you have? You have IG I3 by R3 is equal, I3 into R3 is equal to R4 into I4 into R4, right? So you will get R3 by R4, right? I3 by R4 is equal to R3 by R4, okay, right? I3 R4, sorry, R4 by R3, right? I3 by I4 is equal to R4 by R3, okay? Now you are able to see that your R1, your I3 is equal to I1, right? And your I2 is equal to I4, right? So we will replace these two, right? So we can write here I1 is I3 is equal to I1, and your I2 is equal to I2. I4 is equal to I2, and this value will come R4 by R3, right? So this is your equation 2, right? So from equation 1 and 2 we can write so from equation 1 and 2 From equation 1 and 2 we can write R2 by R1 is equal to R4 by R3, right? Okay, and further we can write like this: R4 is equal to R4 is equal to R, right? See, R4 is coming this much, right? So here R4, right? This is known as unknown resistance. Unknown resistor, okay? Unknown resistor, right? And this one is known as a standard resistor, okay? A standard resistor, okay? Now, see, basically with the help of Wheatstone bridge, we are calculating unknown resistor, right? Unknown resistor is R4, right? R4 we are calculating, and this is your standard resistor, right? Why we are saying this one is standard? So because we are able to change the value of this one, right? Okay, so why we are changing the value of this one? So try to understand, right? These two resistor is fixed in the in the Wheatstone bridge. These two is fixed resistor, right? Now, and this is not known to us, right? Okay, but this is a standard value, right? We are able to change this value, and we are able to see the what is the value, right? So we are changing this value, right? So suppose we are connected this one is all I connected, right? This one is not known to us, right? And I connected this one also, right? So now right now there is current in the galvanometer, right? So as I changing this value R3, right? As we changing the value of R3, current in galvanometer is changing, right? At certain value of R3, this current will becomes 0, right? That condition is condition of balanced Wheatstone bridge, right? So if this value becomes 0, right? For certain value of R3, this value of I3 becomes 0, right? So now this 2 is already known to you, this one is also known to you, right? So by using this equation, you are able to solve unknown resistor, right? Okay. So this is all about the balanced Wheatstone bridge, okay? So note it down. Okay, so now I'm going to take one example, right, and try to use the formula I have derived now. That one I'm going to use. Okay, so you can see here, these are the resistors. Okay, so this circuit is given, and you have to find value of I. You have to find value of I. So this circuit diagram is given. You have to find the value of I as well as, so find I. First find R equivalent. Right? Find R equivalent and I. Okay, so these two things we have to find, right? So note down your question, and then I will solve it. Okay, so now you are able to see that this is neither parallel combination nor series combination, right? So we are not able to use those formulas, right? But we are able to see here something, right? In previous, we have discussed Wheatstone bridge, right? So I dragged the formula R2 by R1 is equal to R4 by R1, right? This one, right? Just drag, no? So this is condition of V test on bridge, right? Balanced V test on bridge, right? Balanced V test on bridge, right? Okay. So for balanced V test on bridge, then R2 by R1 is equal to R4 by R3, right? So see, this is your R2 R1 R4 and R3, right? So if I'm going to take ratio, so 2 by 2, how much is coming? 2 by 4, right? 2 by 4, and this is how much? 6 by 12. See, 1 by 2, this is also 1 by 2. See, both this ratio of these two is equal to ratio of these two, right? That means this is a balanced condition of rotation, right? Yes. If balanced condition, there will be no current in this one. There is no current, that means there will be no resistance. If current is, resistance is what? The resistance is property of resistor to oppose the current, right? But if current is not passing through this one, it will resist. No. So we can eliminate this resistor, right? So now I'm eliminated this resistor because no current is passing through this one. So there will be no resistance due to this resistor, right? So we will eliminate this one, right? So now we are able to see that this 2 is in series, this 2 is in series, right? So 6 plus 2 is 8, and this is 16, right? So R equivalent we can write, R equivalent is equal to, so for solution purpose you have to draw another figure, right? No need to draw in same figure, right? First you draw figure in the question, okay, and you have to draw figure in solution, right? So again we can write, in place of these two we can write a single resistor, that is single resistor which having resistance 8 ohm, and in place of this one we can write to a single resistance of 16 ohm, right? And battery is connected across these two, right? So now you are able to see that here two resistors is connected in parallel, right? So R equivalent will be 8 into 16 divided by 8 plus 16. Yes or no? So this is how much? 8 divided by 16, and this one is 24. We can cancel it. So this is coming 3, right? So 16 by 3 is your R equivalent, right? So R equivalent we have calculated. Next we are going to find I, right? So I is equal to V by R equivalent, right? And V is given in the question, that is 12 volt, and R equivalent is 16 by 3. So 3 will go up, we can cancel it, okay? So this is coming 3 and this is coming 4, right? So 9 by 4 ampere, right? Okay, so this way you are able to solve it, okay? And you are able to get the value of R equivalent and as well as, so you keep in mind, if ratio of this one and this one is equal to this one, that means condition is balanced. So there will be no resistor here, right? There will be no current here, so there will be no resistor. We can remove this one, okay? Next I'm going to discuss meter bit, okay? So meter bit is why this is known as meter bit is because in this one, this wire is having length 1 meter, okay? That's why known as, this is a thin wire, okay? This is a thin wire, and this thin wire is having length 1 meter. That's why known as meter bit, okay? And this is your scale, right? and this is unknown resistor, right? We are going to find value of unknown resistor with the help of known resistor. Okay, how you will calculate that one, that you will understand later, but basically you try to understand with Wheatstone bridge is useful to calculate unknown resistor, right? Okay, so these are the wire, this is the wire, and this is known resistor, right? See, as we will, this is jockey, right? Known as jockey, right? Jockey is in contact with wire, okay, and this is tungsten wire, okay, having some resistance, right? So as we will move the jockey in this one, right? So suppose this one is your arm resistor, this is another resistor, right? So as we will move jockey on this one, current in galvanometer vary, because as we will move, so length, as we will move, right? So length will increase. Suppose this is your length L1, right? And total length is how much? 1 meter. 1 meter means 100 centimeter, right? So this length will be how much? 100 minus L centimeter. This is right. So see, you know resistance is directly proportional to, you know the formula, R is equal to rho L by A, right? As we changing the value of, as we will move this one, right? So we changing the value of L1, right? So as we changing the value of L1, resistance of this wire will change, right? And this wire of resistance also change, right? But certain value of L1, there will be no current in galvanometer. If no current, that means that condition is balanced, condition of balance with Wheatstone bridge, right? So if Wheatstone bridge is balanced, that means this, that means we can write ratio of this resistance of this one plus ratio of resistance of this one is equal to ratio of resistance of this one as well as this one, right? You know, so if there is no current in galvanometer, right? So that condition is balanced with Wheatstone bridge, right? Okay, so balance means this resistance, this one, ratio of this one and this one is equal to ratio of this one and this one, right? Okay, so we can write here. So suppose at this point, balance point, at this is your balance point, right? Okay. So this is A, this is B, and this is C, right? So we can write here R by resistance of AB, right? R by resistance of AB, length of the wire, right? AB length of the wire, right? And similarly we can write S by resistance of BC length of the wire, right? BC length, so BC, okay. Now you are able to see that suppose total wire, suppose total wire is having resistance, suppose total wire, this total wire is having resistance, suppose total wire is having resistance, total wire is having length how much? 100, right? And 100 meter wire is having resistance R. R I'm already using. So suppose total wire is having resistance RCM, right? So unit length of the 100 is having wire, 100 is having length, this one, right? 100 is having length, 100 is having resistance this much, right? So unit is having resistance RCM by 100, right? So L length, this one is having L length, so L length is having resistance how much? L1 length is having resistance RCM by 100 into L1, right? So resistance of AB is known to us, we will substitute the value there, okay? And similarly you are able to find resistance of 100 minus L, right? So we can write here, now I am writing here resistance of 100 minus L1, right? That will be how much? RCM by 100, RCM by 100 into your this length, right? And this length is how much? 100 minus L1, right? So further you can write like this. Okay, keep it like this. We will do something now. We will substitute this value here, right? So further we can write like this: R by R, resistance of RAB. RAB is how much? This one, right? So RCM by L divided by 100 is equal to S, and this is how much? This is your value, right? So this is how much? RCM by 100 and 100 minus, right? This RCM cancel, 100 cancel, right? So what value is coming? R by L1 is equal to S by 100 minus L1, right? So further you are able to write R is equal to L1 by 100 minus L1 into RS, right? So see, you are able to find value of L1 as you are moving jockey on this wire, okay? Then your certain value of L you will find there is no current in this one, right? So L1 you will get, right? And similarly you are able to find this one. L1 is not, then you are able to find this one because this is a scale now, right? So you are able to measure length of L1 and L1 is not, then using this equation we are able to find the value of unknown resistor, right? Unknown resistor is this one we are able to find, right? Because this one is already given, right? So here you are able to see that now to find this one only two things is required. One is length as well as this one, right? So length you are able to measure from the scale, right? And this resistor is known, that is already given in the question, right? So this is another method to find unknown resistor, right? Okay, so note it down.